So now we are looking at getting started with a computer, your first computer. You turn on a computer. Turning on a computer from the start, from the first time, can be different from one computer to the next. So it is okay to ask for some help. If you're using a desktop computer, you'll need to make sure that the computer, the keyboard, mouse, and monitor are plugged into the computer case before you continue. Turning on a computer, the very first step is to turn on the computer. And to do this, you locate and place the power button. It's in a different place on every computer, but it will have the universal power button symbol, which is shown below, as I have already showed you. So once turned on, your computer takes time before it's ready to use. You may use a few different display flash on the screen. This process is called booting up, and we have warm booting and cold booting. Cold booting is when you're putting on your computer for the very first time. That is cold booting. While warm booting is when you are using the computer and then you let it sleep, then you continue. So this process is called, and it can take 15 seconds to several minutes. So once the computer has booted up, it may be ready to use, or it may require you to log in. This means identifying yourself by typing your username or selecting your profile, then typing your password. If you've never logged into your computer before, you may need to create an account. We have the keyboard and mouse. You interact with the computer mainly using the keyboard and mouse or a trackball on a laptop. Learning to use these devices is essential to learning to use a computer. Most people find it comfortable to place the keyboard on the desk directly in front of them and the mouse side on the computer. So mouse controls here. Whenever you move the mouse across the desk, the pointer will move in a similar manner. A mouse usually has two buttons, and like you can see in my picture here, so you can right click and then you left click. You often interact with the computer by moving the mouse pointer over something in the computer screen, then click one of the buttons. Yeah, we have a trackball. On laptops, you can use the trackpad, this one, like you see. Locate below the keyboard instead of a mouse. Simply drag your finger across the trackpad to move the pointer on the screen. Some trackpads do not have buttons, so you either press or tap the trackpad to click. Yeah, the keyboard allows you to type letters, numbers, and words into the computer. Whenever you see a flashing vertical line called the cursor, you can start typing. Note that the mouse pointer is also called the cursor, but it shapes differently. The keyboard cursor is also called the insertion point. Using a computer, the main screen will start from the desktop. This is sort of like a main menu or a table of contents. From here, you can access the programs and features you need to use your computer. We have icons, like we've already explained in previous teachings. We have a button, which are commands. We have menus, windows that pop up, and you need to know what an operating system is. Like we have already talked about it, we have the Mac, Linux, and Macintosh. Both PCs and Macs use graphical user interface. All about your computer's file system. No matter which operating system you use, your computer uses folders to organize all of the different files and applications it contains. Folder icons on your computer are designed to look like these ones I've just put here. And opening files, you just have to go to open, then you can open a file. Each application on your computer has a group of files, types and formats. It can be Word, it can be PowerPoint, Excel, Access, depending. Adjusting your computer settings, you have to go. When you start using a new computer, you may want to begin by adjusting the computer settings. Adjusting your settings can range from simple tasks such as changing your desktop background to more advanced tasks like adjusting your security or keyboard settings. In Windows 10, click the Start button, then select Settings. The same applies in all other Windows. You can then locate Control Panel, adjust your settings, and of course, in Mac, the same thing. Shutting down the computer, you will see this icon here. When you click on this icon, it will bring sleep, shut down, restart. So once you click on shut down, it will shut down. Even here, they are all different. They may look different, but they have the same buttons, and you can always use them, those symbols, to shut down your computer. And that is it for today.